Hi, this is Catherine Rosen with Board Game Geek here at SPIEL 2016. I'm sitting here with Jameshi Andras and Szöllősi Péter.
Szöllősi Péter, thank you.
Szöllősi Péter from Vagabond, and they're here to talk about Dr. Button. Look at all those lovely little buttons. So please tell me about the game.
Okay, so this is an easy little nice game where we have buttons of different colors. There are 5 colors: red, green, pink, yellow and blue, and we have to collect a complete sequence of each color. So they go from 1 to 5 each color. So the background story is that we have this world famous The Curious Case of Dr. Button, and when he's about to die he wants to find a worthy successor who has the best button collection.
Aha.
Now how do we make the best button collections? Is that we have each color, all 5, but for the button collections to be perfect we need an odd one out for each color.
All right.
Now these odd one outs have to be, if we collect them together, all different values and all different colors. So if you have a red button sequence here, you need to have another color, which is the odd one out. And looking at only the odd one outs, we need to have a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4 and a 5. And also of different value and different colors. Now
So you have to think about, you can't leave just, if you can't use all colors except red here, because then you'll be left with the red one here. So you have to balance it out.
That's right. Now, how does it work? The mechanism is very easy. We have 2 draw piles and a discard pile. When it's our turn, we can pick a card, well, from either here or any of the draw piles. When you pick a card, you just have to decide, do I want to keep it or do I want to drop it? If I keep it, I put it somewhere. If I want to drop it, I choose a discard pile and drop it. Okay, then again, I decide, do I need it? Let's say I do not have these here. I may choose to put it here. I do not have to collect them in the same order. So it is possible that first I have a green 5, then later on in the game I have a green 3, later on I have a 2. It only counts that at the end of the game I have to have all of them. But remember, I also want to have an odd one out. Do I want to make it a 2 or a 3? No, I cannot make it a 2 because I already have a 2 as an odd one out, and I already have a 2 here. Do I want to make a 3? Oh well, then I killed this sequence because I already have it as the same color. Now, a sequence only counts if there is one and exactly one odd one out button. Otherwise, it has to be killed and it's 0 points. So let's put it back. Oh, this is the Joker card, by the way. This white card we are always happy with. So the distribution of the cards, we have 5 1s of each, and 4 2s and 3s and 4s and 5s. And of each color, we have 3 special cards. This is the white card, the Joker.
Yeah, this and this here.
Now for the Joker, you may decide it at the very end of the game what it stands for. So here, it's quite straightforward, it stands for a 5. But let's say if you get it first and you do not have this red sequence, you just put it here and later on you will decide what it will substitute, okay? Now we also have a question mark. What is it good for? Now, we have at the very beginning of the game a talon of 10 cards. So we pick these randomly, we do not see it. So these 10 cards go here, set aside, and if we pick a question mark, we may, if we want to decide, to look at all these cards, these 10 cards, and pick
one that we want to use.
Yeah, yes. All
of the same color. So if we have reds, or
yes,
yellows, or if we even have more yellows, we may indeed collect all of them. Let's say we have 3 yellows here and we need 2 of those. We take those 2 and insert into our sequence. But if there is an exclamation mark, you see there's a broken button here. We are usually not happy with it. The exclamation mark is when you draw it from the draw pile, you have to kill one of your buttons of the same color.
So
You
Yeah,
may
so-
choose which
Yes,
one.
sir.
Yes, generally 5.
Now going
Or if-
out of the game. It's
They
broken.
go out. Okay. If you chose the option to look at the talon of the 10 cards and you find an exclamation mark of the same color, now this is a stronger card. This is a stronger card than the question mark, so you have to kill one of your buttons. If you do not have an exclamation mark here, you just go with the original version. You can keep as many cards of the same colors as you want to.
interesting.
Okay, now the scoring, that makes it interesting. There's an overview. Okay, here is an overview for a perfect score. You have all 5 of them. The odd one outs stay out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all different colors.
Different number.
And different numbers, yes. Now, how do you score? First of all, we need to score,
For example, this.
let's say this one. If it goes from 1 to 5,
You get
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there is the odd one out card, you get 11 points. And you get less if you have only 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 1,
But
2.
if you have a 3, 4, 5, then
yes,
no
yes.
points.
Yes.
yes, no points if you haven't got the odd one out card. There
So
is
it's
no-
better to just put a 1 than it is to put a 3 and a 4 and a 5.
That's right. You always have to have
odd one out.
But if you have 2 of the same, so let's say you somehow mixed it up, and if you have 2 of the same values, they just don't count. And you set them aside, 0 points. If you do not have an odd one out card, 0 points. If you have although you have an odd one out card, but it only goes 2, 3, 4, 5, like this one, let's say you do not have the 1 here, 0 points. So the minimum number of cards you need to have to be able to score 2. You have an odd one out card. Actually, we do not know which the odd one out card is, but anyway, we have 2, and it goes from 1 to 2, so it will get you 3 points. So you can get 3, 5, 8, and 11 points.
Okay, odd one out scoring.
Now comes the interesting part. The odd one out cards also form a sequence,
Aha.
and if you have all of them, then you may score up to 1, 11, 22, 33, 44 points. But for
99
that,
points.
altogether you can score 99 points. So that's the maximum. But what happens, let's say, with this sequence? You see 3 is missing. Although you have the odd one out card, because we only have to score, we may only score it from 1. These one we go out first, because you do not have the 3. But because it doesn't have an odd one out card, they also go. So you get 0 points for that one.
And now you don't have that odd one out card, so you only have the 3.
Yes.
Yes, so you only score it to 1 to 3, and that gives you 22 points. Now, the mechanism is very easy, because you always just pick a card. Do I want to keep it? Do I want to drop it? So that's all. But you always have to keep in mind that you may have only 5 colors, and for all the odd one out cards, you need different colors. So you may not have another odd one out card of a blue card, because you already have a blue odd one out card. So it looks simple.
But it's a bit more complicated than you
Yes,
might
and
think
one
at
more
first
very
glance.
interesting thing, you can collect the cards and as a memory game. You will collect these colors and buttons, and you cannot see the numbers, you need to remind.
So that's the professional version.
Aha.
When you really want to upgrade your
Now,
mind.
which one is the car? Oh, and next sequence is the same.
So you'll see the colors, but
Different,
not the numbers.
Yes, you will see.
Interesting.
It's interesting. Yeah, it's a different colors, numbers. Which one is good or?
In this version, you may not look at the, oh, what was this card? Oh,
You
I think
cannot
may
look.
not do that.
It's
Yeah.
only end of a game. It
How
will be
many players does
surprise.
this play?
Well, it can be played even as a solitaire version,
Okay.
but it plays up to 5.
Up to 5. And how long does the game typically take to play?
It's about 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's about we've got
Nice and
solo
quick.
rules too.
Great.
For example, yes.
Thank you so much. That is Dr. Button from Vagabond.